Hello Aries, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Aries, we're going to look at you and we're going to look at them, the other. We're going to look at some details about this. We're going to see who you are, what motivates you, what have you overcome, how do you see the other? And we're going to do that vice versa with them too. I'm going to go into the archetype deck, which is always fun, always a good time. And then we'll kind of confirm it a little bit more, look at it a little more in depth with the tarot. All right, my fireball babies. All right, Aries, Aries. 1, 2. Who you are. You are the Midas miser in the light. You could be an entrepreneur. You have a great creative ability to turn anything into gold, baby, and you delight in sharing that. So I want to say there's something about you, if it's not all the time, it's at least a cycle that you're in right now where you have some really good ideas. You also just have like a foundation to support these ideas, do good things with them, or you can see the benefit of these ideas, how you can expand on them, what actions you can take and build around them to create something. It's like if you make something good though, you're like, yeah, I want to share that. I want to share that with other people in my life. I want to even maybe help other people to be able to do this. What motivates you? A gambler in the light, willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you. So that's also very interesting. What motivates you is your intuition, even if other people think you're nuts. But that's interesting because you're Midas. So I want to say your intuition, it pays off. I'm kind of getting, okay, this is an interesting vibe that's coming across. I haven't done this in a while. Maybe I should start to do it again. But it's kind of giving me this vibe where if you believe in yourself, that's the best foundation for you to, I don't know if that's true. I mean, you could falsely believe in yourself. But one of the things I used to do all the time before like I released videos, or I used to always go in and I would give myself a thumbs up. Because I would say, if you don't support you, Cindy, who will? Right? Like, I haven't been doing that lately. I should go back and do that. But yeah, I don't know. What motivates you is even if it seems like it's a crazy idea, other people might doubt it. And why? If other people are doubting an idea and you know it's good, that means nobody else is doing something with it. So I don't know. It seems pretty good. All right. What have you overcome? Mentor in the light, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So I don't know, maybe you were mentoring someone, or you were in some type of a mentorship yourself. If there's some sort of lessons going back and forth between you and another person in any way, you've overcome that. So maybe you're trying to teach somebody something, or they're trying to teach you. You're like, we're done with that. Okay, how do you view the other? Now this is interesting. I can already tell it's in the reverse. So I don't know who the other is yet. Trickster in the reverse. Well, that's interesting. You view them as manipulating others through duplicity. Through duplicity too, right? So it's kind of like, oh yes, in this situation I could be this, and in that situation, well, it won't be that. So I don't know. I want to say whoever this is, you view them as somebody who is manipulative. All right, it's in the shadow. Okay. Maybe depending on how it serves them. Manipulate through duplicity. Or they try to be two things to different people or something. Interesting. Okay, who is the other? It's in the upright. They are the judge in the light. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of powers. You might be feeling like, I don't know what the connection is between you and this person, but you might be feeling like, I don't know, whatever they're deciding is not fair. It's fair, but they are coming up. I mean, so Spirit's saying, no, this person is balancing justice and compassion. There's the duplicity, right? There's two things here that they're doing, and you think that they manipulate others through this duplicity. Balancing justice and compassion. But when you balance both, well, maybe in some people's opinions, depending on what this is around, right? It may not seem like that's real justice. That's not full justice. you're being compassionate, or, it's kind of giving me a vibe here of, well, it's not a far stretch. Oh, probably not what you're dealing with this person, but maybe. But like the penal system, it functions in very different ways in very different parts and many different parts of the world. And it's giving, this energy is giving me the vibe here of, I don't know if it would be Denmark or Norway. I feel like it's a Scandinavian country. Maybe it's Greenland. I'm not sure. But so, like, their prison systems are very, very different, particularly from what like we have here in North America. And I think actually in a lot of parts of the world where no matter the crime, there is flexibility and compassion shown to the criminal, because the idea is for this person to, now I don't know the full details, like maybe there's some people are just criminally insane and maybe they go somewhere else. I don't know. I don't want to get into the politics of that, but I do feel like, right, we could find balance in maybe even both systems, right, where they're shown compassion to some degree from the courts, not necessarily anyone who they've done wrong to, but it is try to get these people rehabilitated or functioning on some level that is not cruel or deceptive or whatever, right? So depending on what side of that you're on, you may say, that's not fair. That person deserves to be in like a fucking solitary confinement for the rest of their lives and yada, yada, yada. That's what they did to the person I love. That's what should happen to them. That would be just like, right? Like if you were looking at a yin equals a yang. But there's compassion here. And so because there's two things that are introduced in this situation, that's who this person is. And it gives a lot of thought here because there's duplicity. You're like in this duplicity, you're manipulating others. So you could be thinking that this person sways too far to justice or sways too far to compassion. But I don't know, it's interesting because Spirit is saying this person is this in the light. It doesn't actually, right? It doesn't mean that what your interpretation is wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean that. But from your angle, it feels like it could be. So, to put this out there, like even people who have committed murders, and I can't remember which Scandinavian country this is, like they're not in lockdown. They're not in cells. They're in like a group, and I think some of them even get day passes. I don't even know. It's been a long time since I watched a documentary on it. Like it's been a few years. Maybe it's not even that way anymore. But right, like I don't know. I can imagine that if it was somebody, although they did interview people who had suffered at the hands of these people, and it's really like, it's because it's not about revenge. I don't know. Because from your side, it feels like this is not right. And they're like, no, it is. This is the best way to do something. What motivates them? Okay, it's in the light. Let's see what motivates them. Lover. Light. So great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Love. Love brings the compassion in, I would say. It could be that this person loves someone. I mean, honestly, like this could even be, I don't even know, like all the other attributes of you, I'm not even sure how they fit into this. I'm just like totally connecting in this area here with yourself and whoever this person is. It could be the difference between you and your partner, how you want to raise your kids or how you want to train the dog or, like honestly, it could be like, well, I really love them. So sometimes I'm going to be a little bit more compassionate or sometimes this. Kind of funny, no? What motivates them though is love. So I don't know, you're like fucking shit. You're manipulating. What have they overcome? Now it's really interesting because this is in the light and I can see how they view you. It's also in the reverse, so it's going to be shadow. Okay. Well, they've overcome saboteur in the light. Now it is in the light. Now, I have to stop for a second because the overcome area, when it does show up in the light, I kind of wonder, has this been overcome? Or I think we're going to need tarot for that. So that's the other thing. I am going to come back over here and mention that. What you've overcome, it's passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. But it's in the light. So I want to say that possibly you haven't overcome that. You still want to pass on some type of wisdom here. You still have knowledge to pass on here. Just wait a hot minute. I don't know. So, okay. So this, for them, what they've overcome, highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. So that's what I want to say. Like, if you've overcome that, does it mean that it doesn't say that you've succeeded. That's the difference. I think is there not a difference between overcoming something and succeeding over it? Maybe. I feel like I could be splitting hairs. That's just why you need tarot. You can't just read with oracle cards. I mean, I do find that they have so much to offer that I can't get out of a tarot card, but a tarot card will give us a better insight on that. So then, okay, like let's say it's something they're still struggling with. Induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. I don't know though, not with the Judge in the light. What you've overcome. If this mentor is in the shadow, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. Well, it doesn't seem like you. You know, I think I have to look at it as a whole. I can't just judge one card and say it's this. Like, you have to kind of look at somebody as a whole. Okay, how do they view you? Engineer in the shadow. That's brilliant. It's really brilliant. I don't know what this is about, but it's almost like you feel like this person is maybe being a little too lenient in something. Because reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. There's the duality, right? Because compassion is having an emotion. There's emotional consequences here. Don't be so tough on them. I want to say this kind of reminds me of like, well, I would say an Aries. This is almost like a partnership of an Aries with maybe like a Pisces or something like that. And I'm like, no, don't be so hard. Don't be so hard. Okay. Hero in the light, victim in the light, father in the light, child nature in the light, destroyer in the light, rebel in the light, martyr in the light, warrior in the... I feel like everything is good. I don't know. A warrior, hedonist in the light. I think this is, I don't know, a slightly difference of opinion here, or a difference in terms of how something should be managed or what something should be due. This person thinks that you kind of feel like everything should just be a cut and dry solution. At least in some area here about something. Because, right, like they're literally viewing you as not taking into consideration the emotional consequences that can be centered around a decision or an action or a structure that we're creating. And they are literally balancing, let's say, justice, the right thing to do, but also compassion. And you're like, you know what? You're manipulating with this duplicity. I want to say this is, I don't know if this is splitting hairs. There's something about splitting hairs in this reading. Okay, your Midas. Your Midas. How do you know this person? Let's ask that. What is the relationship between you and this person? I mean, it could even have something to do with business or work. I don't know. Why do you have the Midas? Well, I'm not asking that. Okay. How do you know this person? Oh, it's in the shadow. Goddess in the shadow. Exploitation of the female nature and form. If it's goddess in the light, it's the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Now, I'm going to go with, okay, wisdom. Wisdom is a word here that is in your mentor. Sorry, I'm just taking it. Okay, so something to do with wisdom. It could have something to do with femininity, Mentorship. Mentorship. I want to get into the tarot. I really do. God, artist. The artist, God's artist. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. I mean, to me, that is kind of wow, they both have this red hair, so it is pulling me. I find that a lot in this deck, like follow the breadcrumb trail. Feels like the same person here. Because there is symbolism behind compassion. There may not always be logic behind compassion, but there's a greater symbolism behind it often. A deeper meaning that we may not necessarily see right away. But then God, benevolence and compassion. There you go with the compassion. Recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. Yeah, there's a real difference here between you and this person, and I don't know what the issue is. Exploitation of the female nature and form. Could it be art? I don't know. All right, Midas. Let's just see who you are. Midas. It's in the light. The Ace of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Wow, I don't know. Like, it totally comes across like you always have a good idea. A good idea to the Five of Pentacles. You could even be inspired by lack at times. Like, what is that phrase that, this is totally that. Let me get it. I'm always bad with these phrases. I got the wrong word, but, is this it? Invention is the lack is the necessity of invention. You know what I'm trying to say? What is that? Put in the comments. What is something? Is the mother of invention? You know what I'm saying? Like, when there's something you don't have, or there's something that you lack, that's when you come up with a good idea. Like, that's what this is. Right? That's what this is. I want to say, too, you probably work well under pressure. Maybe that's a bit of this. Don't be so compassionate. Why are you being so compassionate? Because there is something here, like maybe you work well under pressure. Or when there's something that you don't have, oh, boy, you step it up and you find a way to invent something to alleviate a lack. I don't know, produce an income. Kind of funny, right? But, okay, I can see that. Now I'm getting a better idea. Okay, here's the other thing. Maybe you could also, I don't know, I'm not sure. This is confusing me. Exploitation of the female nature and form. We'll get into it. I'm just going to leave it there for a second. Because there's something, like, you and this person have some type of intimate relationship with one another. It could be like with a child, or it could be like, I don't know, honestly, it's like two different ways of seeing something or trying to do something. And I feel like in this reading, we're going to understand why both of you are like that. Let's just put it out there. Like, if this is a child and you're saying, okay, they did this and they should be grounded for a week. They should be grounded for a week. And then your other partner is saying, God, like, a week is harsh. Like, a week is a long time. And you're saying, you know what? I mean, they stepped it up. They fixed whatever the problem was, and they've been through and you're like, no, I don't know. Because I want to say there's something about your personality here, that you've learned that when life is too soft, I don't know. I'm going on all the cards as I focus on your Midas energy. When you're too soft, not too soft, it might be life isn't easy. I don't know, there's something about needing to step it up, or being, you've learned how to thrive in lack, or you've learned that lack gives you grit, or you've learned that lack, I don't know, maybe develops character. I'm not sure. But I can see how that's the difference. If you're like, don't be so soft on this person, because soft isn't always the way. I've learned how to do a lot of things through difficult struggle. So, Okay, what motivates you? Okay, now this is interesting. Gambler. In the light, though. So I want to say when it's in the light. Is it, though? The way it talks about intuition. I want to say because we can gamble at things in life, but often like we can take a chance. Like we could take an educated chance. Willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you. So there could even be something here where you're just feeling like, I may not know. No, because they're blindfolded. They're blindfolded on a tightrope. That does seem like a pretty big gamble. You really have to go by how you feel. That's what motivates you, is taking a chance here. All right. Willingness to follow your intuition, even when others doubt you. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords. Wow. It turned into the Star. And the Nine of Wands. How interesting. The Ten of Swords turns into the Star. Wow, this is interesting. I don't know who you are, but your whole vibe right now is really giving me like someone who was kind of like born maybe in poverty here. Somebody who's been through some really rough periods. And you have, I don't know, there could be even something going on here with, just pulling into the family energy. Maybe even, sorry, I am recording this during Mercury retrograde. I don't think it's Mercury retrograde when this comes out anymore, but I'm still here. I'm still here struggling with it. Is, like when you're not with the family anymore, you're disowned. The fucking right word. But anyways, and healing, like a profound healing. Now there's boundaries around this too, though. You may have achieved, I feel like you may have achieved something here that maybe nobody's achieved in your family line or something. You've come up from the trenches. You've come up out of the gutter. And if someone's too soft about something, something's not right. You're manipulating. I don't know. What have you overcome is the mentor. Now this is where we're going to really... The Wheel of Fortune. All right, that's not really shit. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, Karma and the Four of Cups. Karma is judgment. What you've overcome. Well, I feel like you've overcome a lot of life lessons. A ton of life lessons. You've overcome some type of either self-judgment. I feel like it is. I feel like it's some type of self-judgment here. Like I really feel like I'm looking at the cards of someone who has not had an easy life, but who has made something of themselves. And there's a lot of people along the way who may have really doubted, kind of the vision you had for yourself, or, yeah. And, no, you see opportunities. You know where they are. You don't give a fuck what anybody tells you. Say that, like that little part there really comes out as kind of like typical Aries energy. But, okay. So here we go. Trickster in the reverse, in the shadow, is how you see this other person. But there is something's not right here, because how you're connected to them is some type of shadow energy. But okay, Trickster, this is how you see this other person. Temperance, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Something about family here for sure. Holding back the truth. Holding back the truth? Or postponing the truth? There's definitely something going on here where somebody's either not divulging the full truth, or they're not taking some type of action that would fully balance, like yin to yang. I don't know. It does seem like it's around family in some way here. But it all comes down to compassion. Like it's really coming across like, I think the best description of this is like Aries and like maybe like, I think Pisces. I think Pisces is the softest. Well, I'm not going to say the other water signs aren't loving. It's, they have like Cancer and Scorpio are known for having both either a hard exterior to protect a lot of that softness inside, or Scorpio where they can hide it like nobody's business and you don't know it. Like they can, I think they can turn it on and off a lot. Now, I'm not saying that Pisces can't, but most of the Pisces that I've dealt with can be quite watery and emotional, and they will really take into consideration the emotional consequences for things that are going on. Like, yes, that would be a pure, like, if I don't know, if it was like a punishment or a grounding or some type of a ruling or something or a decision, it's almost as if there's this person over here is definitely like, yes, because they did this, the full consequence for that should be that. But we also love them, or I also love them, or I don't know what. This very interesting reading. So they are the judge, and it is in the light. So because of that, I am going to say whatever this is, Aries, that it's not necessarily, they're not, I don't want to say spirits on anybody's side here. I think it's a perspective thing. So, okay, judge. They are judge in the light. The Six of Pentacles came out, and it did a triple sow cow flip on the table and landed upright. That thing. That's the Six of Pentacles. I don't know what that is. It landed face down. It's the Hierophant. Who this person is. What motivates. No, that's who they are. They are balancing justice and compassion. Yeah. There's some type of equal distribution of resources or wealth and responsibility. And I'm not saying you don't have those things. I don't know why you see this person like, I don't trust them. I don't know. It's like that. And maybe it comes down to this. We'll look into that in a minute. What motivates them as lover in the light? Great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Who do they love? What is this unbridled appreciation of someone or something? The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. I don't know. All I can say, it's almost like this, I don't know, they love someone who loves them. This is still like a lover. What the fuck? The person. Okay. Great passion and devotion. Unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Well, it's the Two of Cups. I want to say it's somebody who loves them too. Wow. This is an interesting reading because it really, like, it comes across, honestly, like, I don't know if somebody has done something wrong here to you, Aries, or you feel like someone has done something wrong, and it comes back to that, like, Scandinavian prison or something. Like, it's almost as if somebody who's done something wrong to someone that you love, or they've done something wrong to you in some way here. And the thing is, it's almost as if, like, the judge is the person who's trying the case, and that's who this is. And the judge is the person who is like this person's parent or something, or it's their spouse or their girlfriend or boyfriend. Is like that's who the judge is. This reading is so unique. Like, I don't know what your situation is, but is really how this is coming across over here. So this person loves the person that they are like adjudicating in a court case or something like that. It's a court case of the ethereal. This person cannot be overly harsh because they love them. Like, they couldn't sentence them to death. I don't know what the fuck this reading is, but because they're what motivates them is to be balanced here, and it is love. And it is also someone who loves them back. This doesn't feel like a bad thing. What they've overcome as saboteur. The Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. All right. I feel like it is somebody who's been fucking around with something. So, I feel like they've overcome someone who was sabotaging them. They've overcome someone who was sabotaging them. They didn't see it. And it was maybe in some sort of a group dynamic here. Gosh. This is the part that throws me off, because there's so much about this reading that feels like this person is like the partner, the parent of someone who's done something wrong. It could have even, like, it could be a system. This person could have done something, like, okay, let's say you and this person work in the same system, but this person has some type of authority. And within that system, maybe even their partner also works in that system, or their adult child works in that system, or their one of their parents or something. Whoever that is, like, I want to say a relative or someone that they would love, this person was fucking around. They were doing something. They may have been sabotaging them. They may have also been sabotaging you, or they may have been sabotaging a system. There was something was going on here. And if it's this person's responsibility to make sure that some type of justice comes through in this, I want to say it's also affected them. Like, there's also been, they are not going unscathed here with whatever's happened. But at the end of the day, love is love, I guess, right? Like, and they can't undo that. They can't not, yeah. So then, you know, it's interesting. So how do they view you? They view you as someone who wants solutions without considering the emotional consequences of those solutions. And I want to say those emotional consequences might be on them. Interesting. Engineer, in the shadow, is how they view Aries. Okay, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, the Eight of Cups, wow, and the Devil. Fuck. They view you as impulsive, walking away. They might even view you as the devil. I don't know why. This is so curious. Okay, why this? This is the thing. I'm gonna ask this reading. Y'all are intriguing me, like, to no end here with what this story is. Okay, because so is it possible that this person sees you? This person sees you as manipulative. I mean, the devil is manipulative. You see them as manipulative. Fuck. I want to say that there's manipulation going on. I don't know, though. It's funny. I don't know that you are doing any manipulating based on the cards that have come out. But I also have to say that this person might be manipulating the system in some way here. Because, I don't know, a child or... Oh, fuck, that's funny. Oh, I don't want to get into that. Okay, I really don't want to bring any politics into this reading. Okay, the goddess in the shadow. Exploitation of the female nature or form is how you know this person. Maybe this person was exploiting women. What the fuck? Like, right? I don't know. The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands is Aries. Did somebody exploit you here? I don't know. Maybe. Because that's how you know this person. And the female form, well, like a female image came up, even if you're a masculine in this, for this reading, like if you're a male Aries. I mean, the Queen of Wands is still Aries energy. There's like a slow burn here. There has been some type of exploitation. There has been. Yeah, that's what I got. So that's the energy. Like, I'm reading the energy, right? I don't necessarily, I'm not going to know what the whole story is here, but I'm reading the energy of what this is. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask what this person doesn't know about you, what you don't know about them, and what their hidden intentions are towards you. Well, we have the Nine of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. I don't know. I mean, because you have the Midas Miser, it could have something to do here with, I don't know, building on some sort of fortune or foundation. Let's go do the extended. Thank you so much, Aries. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.